Osofo di ngashi nyamensa na wasre pod nyamenshira ene na akwankyere ama yenyide na yebekoso na botanti a ehia wo ha bedi atuba mikyeremu ama mi chairman impuntu hene of Ekwapem and me committee members. This time around, committee, it cut across. Every division have more than 2 member representation. And Odwira, yo kwesiaku for to see a bisa on the representation and your command representation eka committee no na ene to say the chief of staff the two ban yebema update ewo entotoi yaye as a committee for the celebration of 200 years Odwira. Na esa se parati fone wonga obetume de yen jubedi akwa echiri ntino mesre nanano na poto sidia sebio Ekwapem Odwira na hade ye kamise you na obi nso wo ha ontimi se you no wate na ono nso dewra obetumi abono wetimi abo entina nanom monfa enchemi na mempoto kakra. I stand on behalf of the 200 years Odwira committee headed by Impuntu Hene and myself as a vice chair. The committee consists of over 20 members carefully selected from various divisions. As we know, we have the Konti, we have Adonting, we have the Jase, Nifa and Benkum, and Okumang. Because it's for an entire Ekwapem celebration, more than 2 members from each of these divisions have been selected to serve as committee members. We start the journey for the Odwira planning as far back on the 5th of February this year. The first thing that we did was to announce to the worldwide as to the celebration of 200 years Odwira. Thereafter, on the 11th March, we went ahead to actually did the official launching. On that day, we were able to put across or unveil the theme for the Odwira and the unveiling of the most beautiful cloth that ought to be used for the program. I'm sure all of us witness it, and we give glory and honor to God for giving us that day. Since then, the committee have put together series of programs and activities, and with time, I will just go through a few. So, ladies and gentlemen, press, distinguished traditional leaders, I see my own mother here, the Emra, Mama Akwaba. I'm sure your name is so sweet and popular, so as soon as it's mentioned, everybody makes some noise. Let us clap for our mother, please. Traditional leaders, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and almighty press at present, I greet you all. It gives me a great pleasure to officially give an update or a briefing of 200 years Odwira, making 200 years of one of the most treasured traditional and cultural festival. Our team, as we selected carefully, preserving our heritage, securing our future. This team reminds us that our rich traditions are not simply memories of the past. They are a living inheritance that must be protected, celebrated, and passed on to the future generation. As we preserve our heritage, we also commit ourselves to the building a future founded on unity, peace, development, and respect for our cultural identity. I repeat, respect for our cultural identity. This part I like so much because, as we all know, it is a symbol here in the Kwapem about respect and humility. Hallelujah. The history of Odwira is deeply rooted in the courage, resilience, and unity of our forebears. Over the past several months, we have undertaken a successful unit tour, visiting our divisional towns, villages, and everywhere we went, we experienced an overwhelming display of unity, hospitality, and commitment to our shared heritage. Just as I said earlier, we have had 4 enlightenment programs in all the 4 divisions. In fact, this one will ask, what is that supposed to mean with the Odwira? We need to know what came about for the celebration of Odwira. And as I narrated, something happened in the past. And if we have nothing to say or tell or do, the enlightenment displayed the kind of drama that our forefathers went through, hence brought the celebration of Odwira. And 4 of this event has already been displayed. And I know, and all of you will bear me a witness, that it was so much welcome within the Ekrapim community. As I continue, as we are prepared for the celebration in its grand finale in September 2025, in 25th September 2026, I repeat, as we prepare to celebrate the grand finale in 25th September 2026, these measures has been taken into account. Safety and security of all participants remains one of the most highest priorities, which means that every visitor, every participant should be rest assured of his or her safety and security. We have worked closely with the relevant security agents to ensure a comprehensive arrangement are in place so that residents, visitors, and guests from Ghana and across the world can come here, celebrate in peace and confidence. We are encouraged everyone to cooperate with the security personnel and festival officials throughout the celebration, which means there will be basic rules of the game, and we encourage and endeavor everyone to abide to it. We also respectfully call on all participants to observe a significant dress code. Dress code. I don't want to mention any town, but we have witnessed that when it comes to such a celebration, when it comes to such a program, that is where we see some of the most, I don't want to say it, but here in Ekwapim, we are not going to let that happen. And I know my youth will cooperate with me. As for Mama there, I bow before them because what it tell you now when you see there will see for home ever. Now Mama no nyame shira. Odwira is a ground, it's a proud culture and traditional occasion. We invite everyone to dress in a manner that honors custom. We invite everyone that dress to honor customs. I think I've said much on the dress code. Fortunately, we have produced a very beautiful cloth. So again, for our mama, very soon, and I say soon, that cloth will be out for a fair selling price, which I'm sure everybody can afford, so that they can use it, dress it beautifully for the occasion. Today, we warmly invite every son and daughter of Ekwapim land, Eastern region, and the entire Ghanaian community, friends and families around the world to join us in celebrating this extraordinary milestone. Let us come together to preserve our heritage, to secure our future, honor our past, and celebrate our present and leave a lasting legacy for generations to come. On behalf of the planning committee, my traditional rulers here, members of the press, and ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to have given you this briefing. It is a very important occasion, and I say everyone should come on board. Thank you very much. As I give a little highlight, which I will let Nana to get it done, as to some of the activities that we will be expecting or that will come on from August upgoing. So I give the Kasam video to Nana, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think you've done wonderful. Well explained, and we thank the Almighty God for today. On behalf of the committee and on behalf of the Professor Sadio Kosieku III, we want to let the public know the forthcoming activity which starts today. It starts today. Today, the 31st of July, as you can see and where we are, there is a beautiful display of our heritage. And if I say beautiful display, we call it a museum. And that museum contains all the edifice which was captured during the Akatamanso War. That is 200 years ago. Whatever you have heard about the edifice which was captured in this war are all here today. So when you go around, take your time. You can take pictures, look at the things, take notes, especially the students, so that you can mark a beautiful day today. Now, on the 8th of August, we are going to engage the Kropong or Krapim Marathon. We will bring the details out on the platform so that everybody will know what's going to happen. The marathon, we have people who can run, and then we have those who will allow them to walk. You know, we have, I think, is it 20 kilometer or 10 kilometer walk? 20 kilometer walk, and then we have 5 kilometer walk. And all the winners will receive an award. So please keep the date and come on board fully. On the 22nd of August, we are going to have a Katamanso enactment at the National Theatre. This one is going to be the highlight of all the enactments we've had throughout the divisions. So please keep the date and come in your numbers. I think we'll be providing buses for most of the students and those who can afford to come to Accra. This is Accra National Theatre, so make a note of that. And then on the 5th and 6th, we're going to have September. We're having a health screening. The health screening, we'll have it, I think, at Imperial City. It's going to be a big one. Come, it's free. Come and check your health before we kickstart the Odwira. On the 19th September is a cleanup exercise. We are all going to come out and clean, not a Kropong, we're going to clean a Krapim everywhere. All your chief and your divisional heads are going to organize, and then everybody, we're going to clean our streets and our environment. On the 26th of September, 2026, it's a cooking competition. It's a cooking competition. So we have a lot of activity in September. So make notes of all the dates and come and support so that we will really celebrate the 200 years. On the 26th of September, it's a boxing competition. I have taken a number. I've taken one slot of the boxing because I used to box when I was in college. And I haven't forgotten the skills yet, the upper jab and the lower jab and all that. So if you want to be a member of the boxing team, come on board. But we are bringing professionals. We are bringing professionals for that competition. On the 27th of September, Odwira Thanksgiving service. We're going to have, I think this year we're going to repeat what we did last year. We're having our church service in front of the palace, as we did last year. That will be confirmed. Yeah, all interdenominational groups should come. We're all going to come together in front of the palace and take it from there. On the 27th of September, Odwira from competition. Odwira musical concert. So those of you who are learning how to dance the fan from, and those of you who want to join the team, please come on board and let's make this day a beautiful day. On the 3rd of October is our district golf tournament, and that will be held at I think it's a good road. Safari. Yeah, Safari. And I'm sure Osage will be there and his team. Those of you who can play golf can come around and join. I think there's a registration fee. So we'll put it up later on. We are going to have interdenominational or divisional football competition. So all the divisions, I'm not talking about maybe the Chiefs and the Queen Mothers football competition. It's the, the students and the youth in the areas football competition. We're going to have a historical presentation of the Kwashi, the Cocoa heritage. We have to visit all these our tourist sites to bring it up so that Ghana will know that a Kropong, a Krapim, and then I think finally there is going to be an Odwira launch of an endowment fund. The chairman is so passionate about this endowment fund, and when he comes around, you'll be able to elaborate it. Oh, the quiz. Where is the quiz? The quiz is not here, but we are having a quiz competition. 1st November. And this is the 1st November. Okay. Yeah, it's not here. So take a note of that. 1st November, there will be a quiz competition. And then I think finally there is a free planting of tree planting exercise. We have to keep preserving our heritage. We know we have a lot of greens in Ekwapim, but as we can see, the West keep talking about global warming. I don't know it's over here because our environments are clean and we are not polluting. So we will keep planting the trees so that we can catch up with whatever they are talking about whenever it gets here. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and the press. On the traditional level, on the traditional activity, on the Monday, 21st of September, is path clearing. In our Akan language, we say we're going to clear the path so that we can go and bring the Odwira itself. On the Tuesday, the 22nd, is outdooring of the New Year. In our Akan tradition, they said, and then from that point, we are ushering in Odwira. On the 23rd is the remembrance of the departed. I don't know, keep that note. And in the afternoon, we will have a Wukudai observation. And then, you visit the school house. On the Thursday, 24th September, Ukraine sits in state to receive homage. In fact, during our rounds through all the Nkabo tour, that's the Unity tour, Kwapim has shown love. So this time we are asking everybody on that Thursday, bring your yam, bring your plantain, bring your maize, whatever, your cattle, bring them so that we can pay homage to Okapeni. And then on the same day, which is the Thursday, we are going to feed our ancestors. That's when we prepare our food to go and feed our ancestors. And then the same day, all the chiefs, the divisional chiefs, and all that will come and affirm their oath of allegiance. And then on the Friday, that is the climax. It's going to be very, very, very busy because all the chiefs, all the divisional chiefs are going to go up in their palanquins. And we're going to parade. We're going to parade through the street of Ekobong. And the venue is yet to be confirmed, but for now, we'll be going to PTC because of the crowd, the people who are coming.
The pod.
Last year, if you see, when Dagongwa came around, we were overwhelmed with people. So we are planning to go to PTC this time so that everybody will be very comfortable when they get there. That's the ground labor. And then on the 27th, I think, yeah, Thanksgiving. And then on the Friday, this year, Friday the 2nd will be full year. Because it's 200 years, we would like to observe the full year very, very special. We're going to do things that we haven't done it for many, 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 many years. So keep all these days in mind. So thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, everybody.
Nahimia info. Senedue your framework na committee a year 200 years Odwira and she say and then to tree I the to queen and no any day at to queen. The best said your office is very much open for any information, for any inquiry, any suggestion. I Ebema Odwira try abeye krabehwe. Everybody is welcome. Enunti na yede ngano etuba yede ngano di tuba eye nchirechirimu ane enhyehyɛ ya yɛ no yɛbɛsrɛ na eja yen sentrofo wɔ ha ide and I put it to you and what and where menim sɛ obebusa yɛ bi yɛn so de yɛn ayɛ krado if you say yɛpɛsɛ Odwira ni twa no owia ebom na yɛ han na etimi ayɛ den ahyɛ Awurade animonyam enti sentrofo sɛ wo question bi am pese mubusa. Please, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much. The co-MC, my MC and the co-MC, Aduyobo and Nanofure. Hello.
Hi.
You have a question?
The best say questions should be very direct. The best secretors and meandering and winding questions. Ansana.
Yemu ekasa. Your me Daniel Bailey, the investigative journalist from NGOT. Yeah, NGOT. Mr. Rebecca Ebusa, and I know a fascia a day in the one, ye babidi. A dear she share any year she said Yama in Chirima, a betom baby, ye niwa, whom the babisi and Nemono. They say ye 2 years new shape and community farm. I did go a home I get team is ye. Yen and Mudi and Nimi. A dear and I would have told up him. Ama a wofua, a pino, and Titia, a little motivating for frat. And won't be any baby penny panel. A teachima. Oh, ye made you. A dear sister, and an a yato.
Ajo within the call Sechi Saki. Within Metro TV ni original TV Ignite Media na ye juma. Na pacho oka inhyehyɛ no oka dress code. Na me share bisa say dress code specific dress codes ben sana mo fan upon amon pese nkrofo ebe share during the festival celebration. And a second question no security safety of omoba event no omo attend festival no o assure mo of omo safety but you say be say nyama port events and na body to but at least an assurance to tell the people that what are some of the measures you put in place to ensure the safety of the people.
The last. If I tell my friend in my voice, it's a good FM. If I tell me, we get you more green FM. If I tell my master, my person is a penny, and he said, yes, you said, yeah. Na she said, now I am working country and wife, maybe I'm not yɛn sisi bi a ɛyɛ mɛbu no wɔbɛyɛ de ɛnuguase ɛbɛbrɛ yɛn no titiri no yɛn sa yɛn ayɛ ɛyɛ parks no ɛbi ɔtontɔn nsa no ɛna saa dubedi no ɛkɔ tibesi anam si wɔn so ehyehyɛ bɛn ɛna wɔreyɛ saa ɛhɔ no ama yɛn ɛda se.
Yo, Yadamase, Sentrofo. Na mesre send your mobusane direct. Na yes, you babam wide direct. Monfan kosa direct. Nanye pepe sa direct. Medamase. Dan from Angel TV. Na wo question ye. Dan na ya to ho. Na future youth no esua ewo yenga mamre any amani. Am I right? Okay. Because this and she say ya committee no ede ato ho a me boss no make a cancel bebre to say even the enlightenment program and as a drama Yakoye wo 4th division. It will be interesting for you to know. Sir, each of these places, you invited the schools, more especially the schools, for them to come and watch. I am basically a drama, and we all know what drama is about. It actually tells you a story, especially a story that you have not known before. Now, a drama into psychologically, now psycho. And here no activities no to say a nedia yere elanchi. And nedia yere elanchi. Hello. Is it okay? And that museum, beautiful one at Yerlanchi. It Jim say, and also be chere a papa sem. When you talk about museum, everybody knows it's something that has happened in the past that me and you were not there. But today, because of history, because of written down notes and references and pictures and items, we can come in there, watch, ask questions, get better explanations, and as a youth, you build up and you grow up with it. Until a second reference, which I believe will serve as a legacy for the youth of tomorrow to read, to learn, and those who are at the shape, and it is their responsibility to go through that process, will live with it, and it will not depart from them. So that will be my answer to your question, and I'm sure that will satisfy you. Then I'll go to the second question about security. I think it is also highlighted in our report or briefing as to the measures that is going to be put in place, having link with the security personnel, not only here in the Kropong, but across the nation. In fact, IGP himself is going to be informed. In fact, the presidency, we have already visited there, and we are expecting the first gentleman of the land to be at present. And as we all know, whenever he goes, automatically security will be in place. But in our local level, we are working very hard with the MUSEC, that is the Municipal Security Coordinating Point. During the D-Day, that is to be precise, the 25th, we're going to do a roadblocks. There will be a fair and reasonable screening. As we do in every occasion when we are expecting a large crowd. And I'm sure we have done it before. Last year it was very fantastic. Some of the roads were even blocked just for the sake of making sure that entrances to the Durbar is restricted. Notwithstanding, there will be a specific pass given to the VVIPs, etc., etc. And above all,
The pod.
for security, sometimes you have to keep some within your head so that the bad ones, if they dare trespass, we will show them where the power lies. That is my answer to the security. I'll pass on the third one to Nana.
Yeah, and I think the third one is to do with dress code. I think last year, we really emphasized about dress code. Ekropong or Ekraping, we know only one dress code. That's why we are launching Odwira 200 cloth. The minimum you can purchase to prepare a dress for yourself should be 4 years. And it has to cover the body. 4 years, the girls can put 2 years as a sack or whatever, but it will still cover the body. That is our dress code. When you hide in the night and go to the pubs and the restaurants, not in a Ekropong this time, it's not going to happen. We are having a stakeholders meeting with all the vendors and the pub owners, as is mentioned, with the music, so that we can give them a proper guidance as to what to do and not to do on the street. So I think we've answered your question of the dress code.
Thank you very much. This is a Kufu Heritage Home. So they should come here. We'll tell them how to dress.
In short, what they say is that you wear any dress that is in the semblance of nudity. You wear any dressing that is in the semblance of nudity. You wear a one from a pia. And yet it's an answer in another moment. Where you are the day where we walk. The little mobile. You bet a home from a pia. And be it say an answer. When you went the day we are every walk. Nudity or something in the semblance of nudity. It is the one say. You say, "You can pay me the you will it did ever sa our family. It is never be any or how any or any better. The one say. You may take the next in the absence of any three questions.
But if you deport media network, massive is an ADSA. I feel Odwira a year 200 years. Yes, a year program lineup campaign for that to Ghana. And we agree. So, yes, you say, you have replicated Sadi war in growing in also. And I say, Grobia may send a now you have a climax. You are more a war, a cropon, Pacho, and any need can. Let us hear the locality of in painful actually say people grab me between here. Now, my say, much nurse was say, who grab my history, the best now, Yadanedi. Maybe say so. I feel 200 years in Queen and the Amadinashim. And the year, and I say, you are in Cronco nature and where she are once for history. No, you better share me at the Sam Modin waiting in dear way. Apako Shim, senior at least in Cron history, also, give it to me at Pidano. And then let us let us hear this and message. From Fancy with me. Okrape no Konitoi, Oka, Nkabum, Nkabum, Nkabum. You're on social media. Yet in your social media. Now, I'm asking paying say, are doors still open for quote and unquote sound perform? Are doors still open for lack of a better word? And I say, doors are closed because young followers always they come to our comment section and they ask those questions. In Team Pacho, Massive and Pacho Medasa.
Please, my name is Naftali. I'm with TV3 Media Journal. So my question will be on this beautiful edifice that we're here to see today. And I just want to find out, after the festival itself, is it going to be open for tourists? Because it is something that will regain a lot of eyeballs. People would like to come from far to come and see. Or it's just for the festival period and then we close it. Thank you so much.
My name is John Atifa. I will want to ask, in the history of Odwira, from Asasi Radio, the history of Odwira, Yate the Katamanso War 200 years ago. It looks like the British came to use us to gain the Omomope. I want to know, say, this time around, while celebrating 200 years of Odwira, what are we telling the British Embassy, the British High Commission? What are we telling them in terms of development? Okay, someone you see yenko, some ye do 200 years. No mistake any day. Development then I'm what they
The pod.
That's you and my answer 2 and 3.
Thank you for your questions. And I start with Kofi. Kofi, you asked 3 questions. And I will try and answer 2 and defer the third one to Nanano. The first one regarding the history, whether that the history will be told to everyone. Is that not your question? I mean, all the division. Yes. Ekwapem, and for that matter, Ahinkrai Yetimuin. So far as the Chieftaincy Act is concerned, you will see, say, a very unique. It's because of its formation. It makes it unique to any other traditional authorities. And for that matter, the 5 divisions which you refer to plays a very vital role, which therefore means that every history that is told in a Ekropong, it means it has already been told in the various divisions. Yes, we have different ethnic groups, but most of the histories sometimes remain the same. It will help you to know that why I say Ekwapim is unique is that a portion of us even celebrate Ohum, which is something that makes it unique from other traditional areas. So, in short, the story, the history will be told. And as I said earlier, the enactment drama that is going on actually spell it out. So that's the answer to the first question. Then the second question was about peace, right? You mentioned you asked about peace. That one, I think we've spoken much about it. But as to the details that you wanted, I must say that in my capacity. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. In my capacity, standing here today for the chairman and as a vice chairman, our main focus is basically a committee work towards 200 Odwira. Anything aside that, as you quoted, we don't know. And it is my prayer that we wouldn't know till we finish our Odwira. And my mission will be accomplished by the glory of God. Thank you. That's my answer to that. Then I come to John. John also asks of the history of Odwira as to what got to do with the British. I must say this is a big political question, but I'll try to answer you. Why I said political? Because anything that happened to Ekwapim at that time, it was a nationwide. Because we know there were other groups which, for the purpose of today's briefing, I will only concentrate on Ekwapim. But my brother, I recall that even this year, our first gentleman was at the UN and he spoke about the slavery, the compensation, etc., etc. And I will borrow that statement to say that if anything at all, we will look into that and see if our colonial masters will have to do something for that. But I think you can agree with me that that is not within my power as a mere committee member of my state, Ekwapim, to press that button. But it is worth asking, and that is the basic answer I can give you. Thank you. I will leave the third one for Anna.
I think there was a question asked about the museum, how long the museum will last. We are hoping the museum will last eternity, because this place is a Kufu's heritage. It's already a museum on its own. And all that the edifice you are seeing displayed wasn't borrowed. We did not borrow anything from anybody. These are our own properties. So to assure the nation, those who are not here today, they can come anytime to come and look at what we are. Yeah, I think that's about it. With the British, let's leave their matter to rest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't know whether the audience, okay.
Within the Quanadia. Now, the question, and then you may dear Edison. JD said, Albo, a year 200 years, no, there will be brave. And now, we have Memoha and the Eastern region and Ghana at large. There were bloggers and a media for Bebre. And Untino, a year I can see, so Chinebi, it's a blogger be, and a media this will come for fra. Them ra and na a down ah. What did be the sound? That's it, Bebre.
Where did you say the question?
Please, I'm called Jessica Oakley. My name is Jessica Oakley, representing Hackmont Sinai Senior High. Please, my question is, when our chief was talking, he said there will be games. I wanted to ask if the schools will be part of the games or it's only the community.
My friend, on Nana, yes, I make us a history. Actually, Pepe said, Osa, nearby Memen Cano, a battle, Osa, Cataman Susa. Yasha, Yako talk, war, Grapim, Isiasu, I made the beginning said, Sending a Bacosan, Chay, said a bit to me. There were gang at Danways. A queen. 1824, a boy, a quip, Senia, a walk master. And may I walk capture one. If we could do at him now for a year or Chiman, and share would be your son and him. And if fancy intermediate said, Penny and Bayard. Yantonsa in some Corsa, Kunos, Little to Chima, don't shut down cock. Now free, Gandan with Adan, who cut history, Adan, and the fancy. Master American is a bit to me as young fire and tall. And some
answer 3 and 1. Now I answer games.
Yo nana a obusa anase audience show a etwato eto kwa yedase me pa chaw city a boss no the gan the akwam the akem the fantasy a wonyina will play a role in the Akataman's war. Pacha within our program and planning already, they are within the invited guests you may invite one. Then we invite one, you create a system, you will be share one-on-one. In fact, today, before I came to this press conference, I spoke to the Tapihine of Ebuapa Traditional Council, Nana Irinchi. And no, Amami assurance in both say for the very first time in the history, or Nankasa, or Beba Yang Afashe, not just on the Saturday, nor Beba on Wednesday, now only have a stay throughout the festival. And it is something that worth hearing. And here, as I said, Webu Science Sana Yede Sanctuary Muno Abba. Then I'll jump to the first question about should there be any legal action taken to any blogger obe misrepresented Yensem and misquote to Yensem. Me cry the make say hallelujah. If you say yeah mama wa ho enti o se wo wa pe we no benya mama wa ha enti she will guide us and I'm sure the right thing will be done. Until let me sound this as a no, I wouldn't say a warning, but a caution to the people or to the worldwide. I said something, especially when the questions are being asked, that asks the question straight. We are sitting here and we will give you straight answer. And as you hear that straight answer, go and report it as straight as you heard it. And we remain in that. Thank you. I'll pass the second question for Nana to answer. Thank you.
Yeah, I think
The games.
C9, the student, she asked of the games, whether the games will include them. Yes, the games are going to be held in sectors. It's going to be division by division. So we will start and then scale it down for the final. We may not finish the games within this time to September, but it's something which is going to go on for the rest of the months till it's completed and then we'll have a climax at the what do you call it, the finals in the Kopong Hall, where to be decided to do the finals. Yeah. So the games, and I think it's part of the cooking competition. It's all part of everything. So if you feel capable and you want to come join the cooking competition, or you do it from the school level, yes, we will encourage everybody to do that. Thank you.